This is my ex-Amazon delivery van, a van that I bought from Facebook Marketplace for £2,000.
That is literally it, just there. Let's go have a look at this.
Expecting a bargain, but more importantly, a reliable, solid vehicle.
Oh dear, that's not good.
But instead, it's turned out to be one of the worst purchases I've ever made. When I found this van online, it was advertised as having no issues at all. The Romanian dealer I bought it from reassured me over and over.
No oil leaks or anything like that?
No, because me, I changed the oil. I changed 3 weeks ago the oil and the filter. When you coming, I show you the messages. I have lots of people, I don't know why.
But as soon as I drove it away, the real history and life of this van hit me.
I don't know what is going on. I genuinely feel like I'm losing power. A warning light has just come up on the dashboard. I've never ever seen this warning light before.
And it turns out I'm not the only one that this guy has scammed.
You tell me, Johnny, I give you 2,000, you know?
Yeah.
I let you 200 pounds. With 200 pounds, you can change it, but...
I threw money at mechanics trying to fix it, thinking maybe I could turn this vehicle around, because me and my brother set ourselves the challenge of converting this into a camper van in just 10 days. No matter what we did, this van soon became my worst nightmare.
Hell, mate, it's still, Now, there must be some serious oil leaks with it.
And we just didn't have the time or money to keep fixing it. And eventually, I gave up. For months, this thing has sat right here, rotting, forgotten, and abandoned. But today, that changes, because it's time to decide, do we bring this high-mileage ex-Amazon delivery van back to life and try to completely transform this into an amazing camper van? Or does this become a lifelong lesson that I can now move on from?
Oh! Guess who is back? The ex-Amazon delivery van, which me and my brother started to convert about 6 months ago. And for the last 6 months, it's been sat right here. It is still looking in pretty bad shape. Bits of trim missing off, bits of rust all along the wheel arches, and can you believe somebody has stolen the right driver's side wing mirror?
And this might not have been the only thing they tried to steal.
Do we have the left mirror? Yes, we have the left mirror. Oh my God, has somebody nicked the windscreen wipers? They've tried to... What the hell's happened here? That's obviously what happens when you leave a vehicle sitting in an industrial estate for a few months. People drive by and they see things that they like and they just come and nick it.
This vehicle hasn't been touched since me and my brother failed to get it mechanically working, but I can only hope that this van hasn't got any worse.
It's been way too long. I think, if I remember, you got to do this. Oh, look at the mould on it. Oh my God. It's absolutely covered in mould. Oh no, we've had all sorts of problems back here. Holy guacamole. Oh my God. Can you see it? Okay, let's go around to the other side. Oh my God. Okay, this is 100 times worse than I was expecting. I can't remember how you get in the back. Okay, I'm gonna have to climb through and open this door.
Nothing.
Okay, things are not looking good because I can't open the side door. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, it smells disgusting.
Yeah.
Not good.
And I can't open the passenger door.
It's a bird covered steering wheel now. It's not
Yeah, look at that steering wheel. Wow.
very retro.
Oh my God, there's water in here everywhere. Where's it come from? I don't know. Wow.
Puddle there, Will. Look by the rear, that wheel arch. Look. Look.
Oh yeah, oh my God. Holy This van has been sat rotting away for the last 6 months like this. I don't know why the doors won't open. Can you just put the key in the ignition?
Got their battery wheel.
Where's the battery? No.
Well, it's dead.
Well, yeah, I know. I just wanted to see if there was anything.
No, it's dead as dodo.
Dead as a dodo.
What you say? Start it up and tilt it. You need to drain it.
I know, I need to get all this water out, but look at this.
What's that back paddle? Oh dear.
Right, let's try and get it going, at least get some power to it. and just move it back. The problem is I can't really drive it. It hasn't got an MOT. Yeah, this is far worse than I remember it being.
So when me and my brother left this van, we clearly did a pretty poor job at keeping it all watertight, which is why all of this rainwater has come pouring in. My only plan for today was to see if we could get this thing to move.
The plan with this, like I said already, is to take it to a garage. And Kieran, the mechanic that I'm going to be doing it with, he said to me, take off the intercooler pipe, because the problem with this van is that it's a runaway engine. It just starts accelerating and smoking its arse out even when you're not touching the accelerator.
Whoa, stop!
Fucking hell, that wasn't me. That was the van. What the is this thing? That wasn't me. I didn't have my foot down or anything.
So I've never had this van driving 100%. In fact, not even close.
It's just got no power.
So far, I've spent nearly £1,500 trying to get this van mechanically fixed. But we still have all of the same issues that I had when I bought the van. To try and get this van moving for the first time in more than 6 months, we connected a jump starter to see if we could kick it back into life.
It is in gear.
It makes you got
Oh, this van stinks so bad. Yeah, turn it on. Nah.
nothing.
Nah, nothing. Where is the battery in this van? I cannot remember. I never got to know it well enough to know where everything is. I think it must be under the footwell. Why can't we open that door? Hold on a second. Why is that not opening? I found the battery. It's underneath. I'm stuck. It's underneath the driver's seat. Oh, it smells so bad in here. Right, there's the battery actually. So I'll be able to get a positive and negative on that. Hopefully that might at least give us some power. I don't want to touch anything in here. It's just so mouldy.
There's no power at all. Oh,
Oh, here we go.
okay, try it.
Yeah, it's clicking through the system.
Let's lock it.
We got some lights on the dash. Ooh, might just need to charge the battery overnight.
Yeah, I think it needs to be on full charge. Yeah.
Just see if you can open the doors.
It closes like the battery.
Oh yeah, good, that's opened.
So we tried a few times to get some life back into this van, but the verdict, as you'd expect, was that this battery had gone completely flat.
Right, I'm going to take the seat out, because then I'll be able to access the battery a lot easier. And I may just put a new battery in. Just want to try and get this van going and drain the water out. Oh God, why did I ever buy this thing, honestly? The big thing that's going through my head right now is this van even worth trying to convert into a camper van? Trying to bring it back to life and resurrect it. I don't know how bad the rust is going to be. The engine doesn't work properly. Oh God. The battery is here. And I'm thinking two options. One, I can try to recharge this battery and just get it to the garage. Or do I just go and buy a brand new battery for it now?
So a lot of people are going to be thinking, as I was myself, Will, why don't you just scrap this van, cut your losses, call it a day, and do to this van what happens to a lot of old Ford Transits? But to me, although this vehicle has some serious mechanical issues that we haven't fixed yet, some major rust and cosmetic problems, doors that won't open or close properly, a stolen mirror, cracked windscreen, and so many more issues that I don't know about yet, I see this van as an opportunity to improve my knowledge and skill set on mechanics, vehicles, and ultimately, I hadn't completely given up faith that I could turn this vehicle around.
Right, one battery out. I'm gonna go and buy a new battery now from Euro Car Parts, probably be about 80 quid, and see if we have any luck.
So with the old battery out, it was a quick trip to Euro Car Parts.
Right, just gone and got myself a brand spanking new Bosch battery. Not 80 quid, let me tell you that, 137. So hopefully, if we get this in, we may be able to start it.
I started to wire in the new battery to see if this would bring it back to life.
It starts. Though.
Accelerator.
I know, but it's a little bit awkward without a little bit odd without a chair.
Put your foot flat.
It needs fuel to go round the system, probably.
Stop. Actually, you haven't got much fuel on the gauge anyway, have you?
Oh no. Are we out of fuel? This is where my lack of mechanical knowledge comes in, but will we need more diesel for it to start like that?
Just.
The only reason I wanted to get it going today was just to move it, to drain the water. And if that wasn't able to happen, in terms of us starting it, then we're going to tow it to the garage tomorrow. It's got a lot of mechanical problems, this van anyway, so I didn't really want to drive it, but it would be nice to see if it could start. One last try for good luck.
So with the van still not starting, even with a new battery, it at least gave me some hope that it was trying to start.
Something very strange is going on with this ignition. So when you put the key in, like that, you can see the lights on the dash. It doesn't stay in its position. And look, the windows won't go up or down. But when I turn the key like this, the tiniest amount, we get power on the ignition, which hopefully should mean the windows work. And it's just reminded me that the left window switch does the right window and the right window switch does the left. At least we've got something that works, the windows.
Now I knew that we had some power going into the van, even though this had now brought up more issues like the ignition switch not working. I started to put back in the battery support plate.
Shit.
The seat. And I also gave the steering wheel a nice wipe down.
For whatever reason, I've just been inspired to get under the van and just have a bit of a play around. And I think I've disconnected the intercooler pipe. The reason I'm doing that is to stop the engine sucking in oil, because that's what Kieran recommended me to do, but I wasn't sure which one was the intercooler pipe. Here is a pipe here that was attached to this thing here, which I believe is I don't know, I have no idea. I just pulled it apart and there's loads of oil coming out of it. You can see at the bottom of this van, just the amount of oil, that is everywhere. So the whole thing is sucking up oil. I do not understand mechanics, engines, anything like that, but that's why I'm very excited to try and get involved in fixing this engine, so that I can learn so much more about mechanics and engines and all of that stuff.
So by now it was quite clear that with my lack of mechanical knowledge, I wasn't going to be able to get this van moving by myself. So let me introduce you to Kieran the mechanic, someone I'd met when this van started having issues, and he'd offered to give me a helping hand to get this van going. We managed to push the van out of its parking space where it had been sat for the last 6 months.
Oh God.
We then connected a long extension tow bar to the back of Kieran's car, as the plan was to try and push start and crank this engine over. But for me, this was all new stuff, which I was very excited about.
Do I need to put my seatbelt on? I have no idea, but I'm going to put it on. We're going to try and jump it, I believe. So we got the bar on in the front. Good thing Kieran knows what he's doing, because I haven't got a clue. I'm standing around like a headless chicken, just trying to go with it. Here we go.
You can turn the ignition on for the minute, just so you got your steering doesn't split on.
The ignition doesn't seem to come on unless you hold the key.
That could be one of the issues, then it could be they suffer with the ignition switches.
So Kieran was now pulling me and this Ford Transit, essentially giving this engine a bump start.
Oh, the van is moving.
Do you want to stick it in second gear now?
Yeah. And turn it on.
Leave the ignition on, and is it in gear now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, it's trying to go.
A few moments later.
Holy shit, the van's running. You probably can't hear it, and I'm a bit scared to let go of my right hand here on the ignition because it feels like it's just going to go off again.
Now it's started, it should be alright because you've got fuel to everything. So it should restart as long as it's got enough battery.
So let go, let's see what happens.
Give it a go. Yeah, it's just a dodgy ignition switch, isn't it? That should start on its own now. Yeah, it's just the ignition switch, isn't it?
Now we at least knew the van could start on its own, I had a short kangaroo drive back to see if I could replace this ignition switch.
Oh, we are jumping. What's going on here? So the issue that we're having now is that the ignition is kind of sticking. It won't actually just stay on. I don't want to turn it on, and that's because something to do with the ignition barrel in here. So Kieran just said take all this off and then replace it for this one, and then at least I can drive it without having to hold this in place the whole time. This is all good fun, let me tell you that, and already I'm learning a lot. It's good as well that now we've moved it, all the water has drained out, which is bloody fantastic. That was another thing that I was quite concerned about, the swimming pool in the back of the van. Just gone to grab a screwdriver to do that barrel, and I just noticed this. We got oil coming out the intercooler pipe, I believe. Fair bit of oil already.
So to sort this ignition problem that we had going on, firstly I needed to get access to it by removing this plastic trim under the steering wheel, which just pops straight off.
There we go. I'm a mechanic now, baby. And there's also mould in there. That's good.
So to a lot of people that know about working on vehicles, you'll know that this is and should be a pretty straightforward job.
Okay, that's just a cover, is it?
But for me, this was the first time, and I'd never ever replaced an ignition switch or a barrel before.
If you're a mechanic, you're probably screaming at the camera right now. But remember, I'm not a mechanic.
So how do you...
Huh? After watching a bit of YouTube to see how to do this job, I eventually figured it out.
Aha. Oh, I've done it, boy. I've done it. The ignition barrel is out. Ready, all mechanics out there are going to laugh at me because now I'm finally starting to understand what is going on here. So this is what Kieran gave to me, and this, what I've just realised, is called an ignition switch. What I was trying to do was think, what? How the hell does this go on here? Because obviously you see the keyhole. So in my brain, I'm thinking the key goes into here, but it doesn't. What has to happen is this piece here is this. So I need to replace this ignition switch for this one that Kieran had lying around. Hopefully it works. And then I need to put this ignition barrel back in here. Hopefully then I would just need to put a screwdriver into this, turn it, and it should work. Don't know, we're figuring all of this out on the job, but it's a lot of fun.
As always, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're doing it anyway and we're giving it a go. And hopefully you guys can learn from the mistakes that I make. And what we've now learned is that an ignition switch and a barrel are two completely separate things. The ignition barrel is where the key goes in, and the ignition switch is what sends a signal to the vehicle's electrical system, allowing the vehicle to start. And what I needed to replace to get this all working was the ignition switch, not the barrel.
The immobilizer is now on.
Even though I had now replaced the switch and put back the barrel, the van still wouldn't start.
God damn it.
And here's why.
Oh, I am loving life right now. I'm learning so much. So, currently, ignition's on, but the vehicle won't go. But what I hadn't realised is obviously, well, I say obviously, I didn't know this, only thanks to Kieran, that in here is a little mechanism that reads the key. So I need to, hopefully, fingers crossed, put this back over the ignition barrel, and then when I turn the key, we should have power. Are you joking? Is that all it is? Are you going to tell me that I'm now going to be able to start this van? Oh my God, I am, because it's not flashing anymore. Oh, we got windscreen wipers. Beautiful. We got windscreen wipers. Well, we got half a windscreen wiper anyway. Oh my God. Kieran, you are an absolute genius. The van is running and it doesn't flick off. It does not sound good whatsoever. Yes! This is step one in this entire process of trying to bring this van back to life. Ooh!
This was a huge step in the right direction. Now I'd fixed the ignition switch and the van seemed to be starting okay. The only thing left to do was to try and drive this 20 minutes to Kieran's garage.
I haven't got a bloody right wing mirror. We do have oil coming out everywhere. I literally don't know where my dad is standing. I've not got a right mirror, so I can't see you. I don't have a right mirror, so I can't. Okay, warning lights are coming on now. Traction control and something else as well. We got a lot of smoke coming out of it. A lot of smoke. Whoa, a lot of smoke. The van has made it to the garage. It is not yet in the garage because that is going to be in the next video as we start to dissect and inspect this engine and this entire vehicle to see what things need to be fixed to make this vehicle reliable and make it run the way that it should. It should be a lot of fun and a huge learning curve for me because I have never done any mechanical or engine work ever like I imagine we're going to be doing on this. But I cannot wait to be like a sponge, take it all in, learn as much as I can and get involved at really trying to fix this van. As always guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to give the video a like, make sure to subscribe because trust me, you do not want to miss this van conversion series on hopefully completely renovating this ex-Amazon delivery van into what I hope will be an absolutely beautiful camper van. This thing is like a bloody steam train. I can just see the smoke in the mirrors, leaving my dad behind. Whoa, it stinks in here. Why the hell did I ever buy this van? Why oh why did we think trying to convert this into a camper van and spending $2,000 on it was ever going to be a good idea? But now I feel like this is my project vehicle to try and turn good somehow.